Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick.
TNC. 3 of them.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
High break. And Navi is likely to win here. Yeah, so it's very low chance of that happening.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Then you've got a chance. Navi win both. They have to verse Infamous and Vici Gaming, the North American Vici Gaming that is. Then yeah, there's no chance. I mean Navi've looked good for sure. Even though they're 3-3, I would say these are maybe the two teams they're versing are two teams in the bottom of the standings right now. Definitely teams they should fare well against.
Yeah, they had like so many hard games. I've watched almost all of them.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
That's how we secure the lane nowadays in the meta. All these like initiating lane secure. I think you see more of the lane secure. It's like the Wyvern, the Bane, L Titan. Sometimes in the ban list. Sanking is a new one because of the popularity he has gotten in the event. Like I think almost every game there's a Sand King. He feels really good with how the game is being played now. And the talents, I really like the change in the level 10 talent where he has the 30 MS. I think that changed a lot of the complexion of the hero.
Night Stalker.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I mean, there's Disruptor, but I think if you're talking about lane securing, Witch Doctor does it better. And you have like kind of have catch with the Clockwork, so I think the balance is there. Witch Doctor and Clockwork. Maybe a Shadow Fiend. There's a Shadow Fiend.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Morphing doesn't seem like a Navi hero, and Infamous likes their Luna. Luna's banned. So far, yeah, they've been playing Luna carry the most. I think this guy likes to like be
10
playing on a
seconds
like a team
remaining.
fight carry, like a pushing team fight carry.
Dire team ban.
Razor maybe.
10 seconds remaining.
Ban or even
5
pick for
seconds
either.
remaining.
I think either team can actually fit the Razor in. He's like a very, I would say a very useful hero in the meta now. He prevents a lot of heroes to be picked, like makes it very annoying to lane against him, and he's quite strong. Like he's stronger now compared to before into the later portions of the game.
Radiant
Yeah,
team
I mean it's not only that though. It's the flexibility because he can go. You can go aggro with the hero. You can lane him mid. You can lane him like a safe lane. Like the hero is like a flexi core pick. Doesn't reveal too much, and it forces the enemy to pick something, and then you get to decide what you want to go
10
with the other two
seconds
more
remaining.
important cores.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah,
Dire team
might see some Vipers maybe. Oh, okay, never mind. I mean Viper loses too. Actually no. It's like it's a skill matchup. Like see who plays better. But I think Razor is a little bit.
10 seconds
I
remaining.
would favor the Razor a little bit. But I think I heard my mid
5
players
seconds
tell me before
remaining.
that it's a very skill based matchup. Like whoever played, that's the old Viper. I don't know about the new one.
Radiant team picked.
Hmm. Yeah, and
10
the lane,
seconds
yeah,
remaining.
carry Razor is not so good against Bat in the lane. I mean Bat can be very
5
annoying with the
seconds
napalm.
remaining.
You still hit him if you stack a lot of napalms on him and you have no damage. You still actually damage him with your right clicks because of the stack damage.
Dire team pick.
Tide Hunter.
Oh, good pick. It's a bad counter. Very annoying for bad. Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
DP would be, I think, a good last pick for Infamous.
5 seconds
Not sure about
remaining.
Navi, but maybe it can fit in Navi's lineup also. Night Stalker, Shadow Shaman. Yeah, I think that's possible too. Like it's gonna be a hero in the ban list or in the pick list, I think, right now. Yeah, if it's another team, maybe I'll suggest Morphling, but I know Navi. Navi seem to not want to pick the hero.
Radiant team ban.
Eh?
Morphling.
Oh, okay. I see him more like PLCK than the Lifestealer, the Void. Yeah. Morphing
10
is really
seconds
good against
remaining.
Tide in the lane because he do so much damage. Very hard for Tide to lane. Unless he
5
receives
seconds
some help,
remaining.
or because they have the Razor, they can actually do the aggro lane with the Razor. But Tide against Bat is like
Dire team
not the
ban.
best matchup for Tide, but it's okay. So they ban out the DP, so they don't want a DP. So Dandy is left with either Viper. The other hero good here is Tinker. I think Tinker can be good. Tinker is quite good against Tide. Long cooldown heroes that want to group up and push.
10 seconds remaining.
And they have the NS, Vision hero is
seconds
very useful for
remaining.
Tinker. I mean, the other thing is, yeah, Puck's okay too. Puck or DK, all these heroes are. But I think that they prefer him on like some more like semi-carry, right?
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, it can be a...
5 seconds
I mean, in
remaining.
some ways... Yeah, some ways he can. Because he has a lot of damage. He has the damage talent, 50 damage, and he has a lot of magic damage. So and he's level 25. I haven't seen people done the the what's the name of the talent? The right clicks during coil.
Radiant team picked. Mirana.
TA is risky because it's not a last pick. And you don't know their mid hero yet, or the Razor
10
could just be the mid hero
seconds
and destroys you. So. Oh, TA.
5
Oh, okay,
seconds
okay.
remaining.
Yeah, Bat Rider. Yeah, I don't really like the. Yeah, I don't really like the Bat Rider there for the TA. It's quite annoying for him. That's Medusa, right? Medusa, Slug. Slug's quite good against Morphling, quite good against Bat Rider. But we haven't seen much of the hero, only like once or twice.
Slug.
You may now select your heroes.
But Slug is like, the hero is... I mean, I know I suggested that, but the hero is like, kind of like in a weak state, Yeah. I mean, this is a good Slug game, but if the Slug doesn't even go off this game, it means Slug is no good, man. Okay.
Like Hex, you cannot dispel. That's one of the changes to Slug as well.
Oh
so
yeah, that's a big nerf for him. Yeah, that's right.
That makes life a bit different, but we'll see.
But how are they going to secure? Okay, let's see the lanes. How are they going to secure the lanes? That's the thing, They can't really grow aggro lane now because the Razor has to go mid. You can't go aggro lane with a Slug. So I think.
What's up with that Night Stalker? Well, do you see this Night Stalker? What is up with that set? I'm not a fan.
It's a cool set. Scary.
It's a cool set.
Yeah. Why not? Okay, I think Clockwork has to help the tide. 2-1-2 setup. I think that's best for them. Because you can't leave the tide alone.
You think you want to go like Gush level 1 and try and fight and contest the lane a bit?
Depends. I think he just needs right now he just needs the Clockwork to pull the wave back.
Prepare for
Ideally, they can block the pull cam with one observer or sentry, and then use the Clockwork to use 2 power cogs to pull the wave back. That would be ideal for them. Razor's gonna be fine alone against the Mirana, but it's Navi, so mid is never only just one hero.
Oh yeah. I mean, we often see the 2-1-2 or setup where the 1 is often the carry, but given that it's a Morphling, that may change, and they likely will
I
send
think with
more help top.
Morphling, you want to help him a little bit. You don't want to ditch him. So okay, did they block the cam? Yeah. So this is what I think. They block the cam, and they're gonna use the cogs to pull back the creep. So now we cannot pull back the lane.
Okay.
And this is very important. And
meanwhile, General's going to be pulling the wave from behind the tower.
Yeah, because he's going to be alone. NS is so this is indicating that NS is going to play mid. He's going to help Dandy. Bat is going to be alone. Shaman is going to be top/mid, depending on the situation.
Yep.
And Infamous is going to deal with it by sending the Clockwork to help top first. And Witch Doctor is going to be deciding whether he'll bounce between mid or bottom. Like, he's going to be doing like the Shaman's job, mid or bottom/bottom. He's going to block the creeps here first. Oh, this is important. They're gonna maybe lose the... Okay, he's gonna call blocks, and they get the rune steal. And, oh, this is big. The support, the Witch Doctor is gonna block the mid. So, they're gonna have a better mid creep like wave nearer to the tower.
Yep.
And it's gonna help the Razor a lot to dominate the
and
lane.
top should be pretty good. It feels like a lot of these lanes are going to look pretty decent for them.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, Bat Rider will get the lane pull, but yeah, definitely a good start. We'll see if Nightstalk can get the D-ward. He's got a sentry to D-ward the pull camp if he needs to.
Yep,
Looks like for now he is.
I think Infamous has always impressed me with the way they have the strategy in mind, the way they execute early. It's just the decision making later on. They make a lot of unforced errors like overextensions.
Okay. See if they can capitalize on this lane stage. For now, Tide holding onto a skill point. opts to go for as 3 heroes up top for Na'Vi. Kraken, yeah.
I mean, this is
Blocking them.
good enough. You look at the creep. It's at a position where they can't really pressure the tide fully. You know, he's gonna be able to last it, and on top of that, Clockwork is around just in case if they use the shackles, he's gonna be able to cancel that. You know, make sure that the tide can last it safely. So I think all in all, Infamous, they are really happy with the mid lane and the top lane. Bottom lane, because the Bat Rider got the pull off, so it's a bit annoying for Infamous. But I think all in all, they are happy with 2 of the lanes at least.
Yeah,
For now.
team...
For now.
Yeah, we'll see if that changes, if Na'Vi can find any kills early on or anything like that. They did get the D-ward on the pull camp, so Roger thought about going for a pull, saw it was blocked, and they're also going to farm up some cogs. 2 last hits go Roger's way.
Done though, I think. So he just needs to make sure that he body blocks the 2-minute spawn as the Clockwork. I think then it's good enough.
Yep. Got the boots, he's got cogs, so he can probably do so fairly safely. For the kill, Sneeko. Not going to get those cogs last hits as well. Schofield just making sure he minimizes the gold impact of using cogs up in this top lane. But bottom lane general, approaching level 3. He's managed to get some decent experience out of this lane.
2-minute rune. So let's see who gets better of it. Schofield's gonna be fighting up against Soneko.
General gets at bottom. Well, yeah, Schofield does get the bounty rune. Takes a lot of damage here. Needs to be careful here. Nico threatening him back. Meanwhile, Witch Doctor, whoa, did end up going down here. Solo kill coming up from General. I think he wasn't expecting the Firefly.
Level 2 Bat Rider. That's the thing. Like this is because of the pull. He got the level 2. Otherwise, I think it won't be so easy for a Bat to kill the Witch Doctor. This is all because of the pull. And then the Witch Doctor, I think, kind of got overconfident. Tried to contest the bounty runes, and he was still level 1. So shit happened. No stun. Just the Maledict.
Does give a bit of room for the Slack to farm uncontested in the lane, but ultimately it's a first blood. And for an offlane Bat Rider getting first blood this early on, gets him a bracer. He's going to have a very fast drums this game, most likely. It is overall a big win for Na'Vi with the lanes.
Yep. But still, I would say Infamous still not too bummed about it. They're still farming okay, getting good experience on all 3 lanes.
Yep.
Cloud still helping the tide a lot. I think without the Cloud here, the tide cannot lane. You can't even show himself in the lane at all.
Yeah, you just die. No bottom lane. Meanwhile, General looking for Katara, running right at him with the Firefly as soon as he comes back to the lane. And
oh, the tide is in a bit of trouble here. Clockwork. Oh, that was actually huge because the Clockwork was he wanted to pull the next wave, and then because he got shackled, he had to come back to help, and now everything's done in Duster, and he didn't pull the wave, and the wave is still in front of the Na'Vi tower.
Na'Vi are still getting free farm on this Morphling. He's top of the CS boards right now. Has his Ring of Aquila, so should be able to continue farming just fine.
Yeah, and Dandy is holding his ground, yeah, and against the Razor, this is really good. Razor not winning his lane. That's not a good sign.
Yep. Well, Slack will be farming in the bottom lane, but yes, Razor is not winning his lane as you mentioned. Dendi able to use the Star Storm to farm here and there. He's been able to leap out of the static link. Up and secure himself a rune.
Schofield's in trouble.
Arrow flying, flying towards Schofield. Looks like with the cogs push, he will actually be able to survive that one as he heads back where the shrine would be, but it's not up for another 40 seconds or so.
Yeah, but things have not been looking good now for Infamous. The first 2 minutes was good. Now the next 2 minutes not good. Bat Rider gets the kill, and he's pressuring the slug in the lane now. Mid lane, Mirana is not losing. So yeah, and top lane hasn't gone so well the last 2 minutes or so. So things change.
It's nighttime, but Roger's only level 2, so perhaps some good news is that this Night Stalker is not going to be that active. Already hitting the 5-minute mark, he hasn't been able to rotate too much, so perhaps going to be a pretty quiet Night Stalker game.
They spent a lot of time to secure the Morphling. I think his job is done already, and now he just needs to. I think he will go put some wards in the jungle, maybe one mid ward, one jungle ward, and then try to help the Bat Rider kill. Because Bat Rider is high level now. He's almost level 5. They're
all TPing bottom to help the Bat. Both supports coming down here. They really want to get some of these kills here. They're trying to bait the Bat Rider, and he does so successfully. Gets maledicted up, but there's the Shadow Shaman. Slack goes in, looking for General here, but they're going to lose Slack. Katara goes down. General will die to the Maledict, but he's got his team a couple of kills, including a kill on the carry.
Good movement by Na'Vi. They secure the top lane. Mid is okay. It's Mirana, and they move to the lane that will yield them the most valuable kill, the carry. It's good movement. Like you say, Bat it almost has his drums. Oh my god, it's just 5 minutes.
He's a happy bat rider with that first blood earlier. This is classic general back game. I feel like I often see him like top of the net worth in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the game with how well he can do. Black is trying to finish up his level 6. He's just about to get there. That's going to make his lane a whole lot easier when he can use that ultimate regen. Yeah, mid. Not able to get the Arcane Rune, unfortunately for him. Does get blocked off.
So they're back bottom again. They're gonna pressure this slot continuously.
Yep. 3 heroes down there. He is level 6 though, so not going to be an easy kill by any means. Uses the Dark Pack, and now he could be in some trouble here. Roger has got the silence, and they're just going to get the kill. No Dark Pack for you. He gets taken down. Schofield TP'd him, but big mistake from Katara.
Big mistake there. He's way too cocky. And they're trying to body block this NS, but nighttime, bro. Good luck. Oh.
It's out of there. He's got a clarity as well. He can still
every minute
remain
in
active.
Dota, everything changes so much. Now another 2 minutes has passed, and the game has swung so much towards Navi.
Mirana is winning this mid lane in terms of net worth. As more or less the same CS, a couple more than the Razor, so definitely a successful mid lane for this Mirana in a 1v1. Hitting the clarity as well, Pepita. Find Dendy with the plasma field. You're gonna do what damage you can to Pepita. What the next move is going to be? Roger finding a courier. Ooh, he's going to fly for this one. Could go for it. Phase boots up in a couple of seconds, but does not get it. The courier a bit too fast with that 450 movement speed. General not going to find it.
Yeah, that was a big kill. Like, courier's worth more than a hero kill now.
Especially if it's a support. Bottom lane, Katara now stuck against 2 heroes. Unable to really farm all too well here. And meanwhile, Morphin's just free farming. He doesn't need the support. He's been left alone up top, but with good reason. Navi have recognized that he's going to be more than okay up there.
Yep.
He's generally spawning up top. We'll see if Danny can snag that one.
Every time I see this hero play, I feel the hero is even more OP. Like, how can a hard carry be so strong in the early stage? He did so much damage. The offlaners can't lane against him. You need to help the offlane, and then even then, it's so difficult to stop him from farming. And you compare it to a Slug, right? Slug is like a semi, like not like a hard carry, but he needs like more protection than the Morphling, it seems.
Seem like you've lost one too many Morphlings in your pub games, Winter.
Let's see. I think I can count them.
The fact you have to count suggests there's been quite a lot. Well, Dendi gonna find a kill with his team at bottom lane. It ends up going to General, as he did not want to use his mana in a Starstorm. So, selfless play coming in from the Mirana, and a kill for Na'Vi. They're now up 5-1 here as things go from bad to worse.
Yep, they're
early game
slowly losing the game like gradually. But they can't really make any moves. The thing is, they can't do anything. They can't make any moves with the heroes they have. Like
yeah, they've got 3 farming cores.
And Clockwork needs a lane to get level 6.
To mid they go. They pop the drums. They look for Pepita. They've got Lasso if they need it. They're not even going to need it for this kill initially. Oh no, he doesn't get the double Starstorm. He leaps forward looking for the kill. Or perhaps also the one. I think he did get the double Starstorm, but the one saved him. And Roger, meanwhile, going down to the Snark at bottom. I think General going to be regretting not using that Lasso earlier, as they managed to get the Clockwork instead, but Pepita surviving through it all.
Greedy, like, I mean, just, yeah, I guess just greedy. Nothing more to add to that. Wants to save it for another +1 kill, you know?
Crystallized, trapped in the cogs with Schofield. This is not where you want to be, Clockwork, my friend. Crystallized will get a solo kill.
Who is trapped with who, bro?
Well, he was trying to trap the Morphling outside of it, but Morphling positioned very well to get inside the cogs.
130 damage, yeah?
And not bad. All in a day's work. He already has the Perseverance, so he regens incredibly fast as well. That's a crazy thing. You go all Agi and you regen percentage-wise very quickly with that Perseverance.
Yeah, you don't need mana to just abuse the low HP.
Yeah. That's the thing, with a wand and with the shrine there, you just go full Agi, you get low HP, and then you're back to full health. Just like that. Without much effort.
Okay, so I think the Razor has to try and do something now. He has to... Okay, he finishes his drums, and he has to like give the lane to the Clockwork.
Oh my, he's level 3. He's really struggling.
Yeah, you give it to the Clockwork, and then you need to move somewhere to do something. Like even if you go to, I think the best move now is probably you can't kill, but you just move the Razor to the Morphing's lane, so you can pressure the Morphing. He cannot farm well against the Razor.
Yeah.
And then you give the Tide the jungle, and then it's one of the supports stand mid to take levels. I think that's the best arrangement I can think of right now for Infamous, because they can't really make a play with their heroes now. It's very difficult. They can try, but it's very low percent because they are too low level.
It really feels like it needs to be the Clock taking a lane as well. His level 6 seems crucial to make some plays.
This Razor needs to move. There's no other way. I don't see any other way. He needs to go somewhere.
Pop the darkness as Roger runs into the jungle to mess with Katara, who is trying to farm up a bit of a neutral stack here. Just sees him and get jumped on here. Slark going in with the ultimate here. Roger's going to need some backup. If he's not careful, the arrow does not land. That could have been the death. One of the infamous heroes there if it did manage to latch on. Dendy still hunting for more. Has a couple of leads to work with here. Pops the invis here. Schofield should be going down here. Dendy's got a Starstorm if he wants to use it. No, doesn't actually end up going for it immediately. Gets cancelled by the battery assault. Now Dendy's going to get the kill on Schofield. No Ravage for the Tidehunter thanks to the silence. And they're going to disengage with the help of the invis of the Moonlight Shadow. Still being chased is General. Potential Ravage could come out here. General's in a lot of trouble here. Can go for a lasso, but I just don't see a way out for him. He's going to get chased down. One more right click from Pepita gets the kill. Meanwhile, at bottom, Sneaker's like, well, space created for me to, split push this lane. Keep you on out. Sure that he doesn't feed away his life as well, and may give away some of these Serpent Wards.
Yep. But bro, Morphin got a tower.
And he's maybe getting a kill, Winter. Oh, he almost got a courier. Looks like he won't get the kill. He changed target onto the courier and ended up not chasing Schofield. Ball's pretty farmed.
Yeah, the Slug is actually not too far behind, yeah? I was kind of expecting the Slug to be further behind.
He's even better position now. Gets a kill and some more Serpent Wards. Almost has his Shadow Blade.
I feel this Morphing should be fatter, though. Why is it? Because after I watched the game where CTY was playing the Morphing, he was like, in this kind of situation, the Undying, like they secured his lane and then they went away. And then he was like just pushing out the lane and jungling, pushing out, jungling.
That's the thing, he was jungling a lot more, he was farming neutral stacks, he was just kind of keeping in the lane as well as the neutrals is the big thing. It feels like Crystallize is pressuring the tower more.
That's why I don't feel like he's as fat as that game. Like that game CTY had like 100 OCS at like 12 minutes, 11 minutes. But either way, now the Slug is I think he has Shadow Blade. Yeah, this is his first timing in the game. He's gonna want to pick off like a support or the Mirana.
He gets Shadow Blade before Clockwork's even level 6. That's the crazy thing about this game. Speaking of Clockwork, wrapped around on by the Night Stalker. He's been found. He's been picked off. Nothing they can do about that one. The ward there. It scouted out Katara. They've seen the Shadow Blade if they were on point with that one. Katara now knows there's a ward, but...
They pinged him out, right? I think they saw it.
Yeah, they pinged. There were pings. I'm not sure who it was. Dendy could get Initiate on here. He's fairly tinky with the magic wand. Sure if they can bring him down here. They may need a Ravage for this one. Oh, he gets away.
No Ravage. Cool down, bro.
Ravage indeed. That was a good call from Dendy to be on the strength treads. Having the magic wand charge, and he even pops the regen, so he's back healed up already. Crystallized meanwhile. Solo kill on the Tidehunter, not quite. There's the Lincoln Sphere, one more right click. He's not going to get the kill immediately. The Anchor Smash blocking a lot of his damage output. Losing the vision as well. Crystallized getting juked here, but it's going to be the Night Stalker finishing off the kill. Back in mid, Morphling just waves himself out of there. Nicely played by Dendy in the mid lane. Again, Serpent Ward's being dropped at bottom. They're focusing on Schofield. Schofield needs to be careful. Okay.
Nice try there by the Shaman, Soniko.
Yeah. You think he's going to go for the tower, but no, he was going for the hero.
But still, the Slug got so much gold from it. Look at his network. He's very close to the Morphing.
Another kill. Crystallized not getting the last hit, but still helping out there. Going for the Boots of Travel, so we're not seeing the Ethereal Blade rush this game.
Wow, greedy.
Got the E-Blade queued up afterward.
Not sure if I like this too much. I don't know. I think the Treads actually has a lot of value. Like, get the Treads and the Ghost Scepter early. A lot of stats for you. I feel the hero is a lot stronger that way. But we'll see. The
Allows him to do a lot more with the Boots of Travel. Like, he can split push and farm and then join up with his team very easily for a team fight.
I mean, you can say it's for the team, but it's actually gonna save him a lot of gold, buying TP scrolls, and he moves around faster. It's more for himself, you know.
Get the initiation. Dendi goes down in mid. Slack finding that jump. They need to start buying sentries. They've got an observer sentry around that mid lane, but they're gonna need more to combat this Slack.
And there's a smoke up with Roger, so he has his ultimate up. So this is probably gonna be unexpected. It just turned daytime and Navi smoke with the Night Stalker. So might be able to find a crucial kill here and turn it into a tower push. Shaman has his Serpent Wards up in 10 seconds.
They've got this tower already down to a couple hundred HP, so they've been working on it for some time. But continue to be the case. Shaman will just take it alone. It does seem like with the Batrider Blink Dagger, they really want to fight. General already using up all 6 of his drum charges. He plays so aggressively with it. Constantly popping it to chase down heroes, look for kills. Tower trade for Na'Vi and Infamous. As Infamous go for the top tower, Katara look for that one. There is defense coming towards mid lane. Ravage is up. Potentially Stinger will be looking to initiate in for this one as Katara does get the last hit. He's TPing into the shrine here. In general,
we might find someone here.
He's going to find Roger. Gets the pounce. Roger getting brought down low because of this. Does try and fly his way out of there with the invis from the Mirana ultimate. It looks like they should be able to get out scot-free. No casualties for the Na'Vi side.
And that's really tanky though. He has the medallion, a lot of armor. It's not an easy pickup.
Again, Serpent Ward's being dropped. Nico just doing what chip damage he can at bottom. Won't do all that much, but it's just constantly drawing Infamous back to this bottom lane. Feels like he's being a nuisance more than anything.
Space for Morphling, man. It's all the space.
Yeah, feeds some gold, but ultimately the end result is he's feeding gold, but Morphling is gaining gold because he's not being pressured.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you have to consider the fact that Slug is a hero that's really good against Morphling. Like, I think if they are both the same net worth, there's a really good chance. I haven't seen it happen yet, but I think the Slug has a good chance of out-carrying the Morphling.
Okay. See if we get to that point, a late game Slack. We're going for the Echo Saber as his next item pickup. In the mid lane, Dendi needs to not get caught by that pounce again. It's been the death of him already. It's a tough matchup to play as a Mirana.
Oh, they see him? Yeah, they see him.
See if the wraparound is going to work. Slack invised up very close to T2 tower. Try and find General. Meanwhile, T2 top. Na'Vi say, yeah, we're just going to avoid fighting at mid and just take your top tower. No defense from Infamous as they just take the tier 1 themselves. So a tower trade, but a tier 2 for a tier 1. Na'Vi will be smiling and happy about that one as they actually... Are they going to look to make a play off of this one? It looks like they want to charge forward. Knowing that Morphling is going to pull heroes to this top lane. Feel like they can make something happen.
Yep, and he's moved. Now his Boost of Travel is coming into play. He moves to the bottom lane and shoves out that lane. Gonna be very annoying for Infamous. Na'Vi has much better push out right now with their heroes. The Bat, the Mirana, the Shaman, Morphling. So Infamous has to... But they don't have very good catch, you know, that's the thing. Slug is okay if he finds the Mirana.
You're cutting out a bit, Winter. I don't know if you can fix that. Microphone's all over the place.
Okay, I think it's because of the rain. I'll close the door, hang on.
That helps. Here we go. Na'Vi, definitely in the driver's seat. As much as this Slack could be a problem for the Morphling, it feels like Na'Vi, for the most part, getting a lot more farm on the map. Morphling is accelerating past the Slack at this point. They're going to find a freebie kill on the Clockwork potentially. There is a Ravage that they're going to worry about. Then last right click from Dendi finishes them off with Diffusal Blade damage, helping out there. Dendi now needs to use those leaps to get himself out of there. Gets stunned up, gets away just barely. Has got the Moonlight Shadow to help out his team. Meanwhile, they do lose the Shadow Shaman. Serpent Ward's planted near the Roshan pit. Slack at the top lane did go down. Gets brought down by the damage here. They want the Razor as well. The arrow's going to go flying by, narrowly missing as the chase is on. They'll bring down Pepita here with the Morphling. Waveforms through, back to the middle lane. Going to be Batrider trying to take down the Tide. He needs that Kraken. He's not going to find it. The Witch Doctor gets sniped by the Morphling as well. And Na'Vi are just plowing their way through Infamous. One more waveform should... Okay, it's not going to be on the market. Dendi needs to be careful. Dendi... Okay. Solar Crest helps him out. That Solar Crest may have almost saved his life there. Na'Vi take a 4-for-1 trade.
I think it did.
One tower hit missed and also reduced the
just
damage on the
happened?
subsequent one.
What did I miss, Parker? They fought at Roche?
They fought around Roche. Infamous were kind of going through the narrow pathway. Clockwork got picked off to start it off, so I'm not sure if that led everything. The big thing, I didn't see what happened to Slack because he died while the other fight was going on, so he somehow got caught out.
He didn't finish the Echo Saber. He's going for Lincoln.
See the Lincoln's against this Bat Rider, but potentially an item that will help him out here. Bottom lane, Morphling's just keeping right into the Slark. Who is Invis here in general without a gem? Not scout this Slark out. Maybe Axel back in the mid lane. He dies to some Ancients here. Dendi was looking for the kill but gets denied it. Back at bottom, General gets jumped on by Kataro. And it's got the ultimate. He's going to get this solo kill, and Kataro, wanting more, goes forward with the Shadow Dance. And Crystallize turn this one around. Got an adaptive strike to throw out as well. Needs to find some way to get in close if he wants to. Infamous do not want to feed away this Slark again. Feeling like
this Slug needs how many items he needs for Link? He's gonna have the Lincolns and then he needs another item on top of that, and then
that seems like the big problem with Slack is that there are so many items you need. You need Shadow Blade, then you're like needing Lincolns. At some point you may feel like he needs a BKB. Very tough to play. Like you need the defensive items as well as the offensive items.
no good
To help you build up those essence. Yeah, exactly. There's no obvious easy itemization for Slack to become a good late game carry. There's so many. You can either go more defensive or more offensive, and you're always going to have weaknesses that can kind of be taken advantage of. The Night Stalker, Roger, running into this Clockwork. He's not practically able to solo kill him. Doesn't manage to quite do so because Clockwork's getting to the high ground, but that damage with the Solar Crest. Very formidable.
I mean,
on the hunt
Morph
again.
has E-Blade now. I think this is the time where Navi just wants to get a pick off with this, and maybe can go high ground with it. This E-Blade after a pick off.
Katara with the Lincoln's pickup. He manages to not get caught by the lasso initially. Will they be able to chase for more here? They may want to try and go on this Slark here. The Ravage going to go out here, catches the Morphling, but they've already lost the Witch Doctor, and Crystallize will likely want more. Has popped the pipe to try and help him out against some of that magic burst damage here, but he is still being chased by the Morphling. Waveform in, no mana for an Anchor Smash. That'll be the death of him. Slark, who can he find? Hunting around in the back lines. Looking for a kill of some sort. Maybe find a courier. Could get vision of that. There we go. Nice little snipe for him. Takes out the vitality booster of the Night Stalkers, I believe. I don't want to fight this one. He's in top.
He hasn't done much on the Razor though.
What do Infamous need to do? It just feels like constantly waiting for this Slark to get farmed. Is there any other big things for them, item-wise or hero-wise, that they're looking for, Winter?
I don't know. I think it's just luck though. Like the tide, even if you buy a blink on the tide, I think that's the only item. I think just the blink on the side. But he's not even going for the blink.
The Nico gets brought down solo by Pepita, but Pepita will pay the price as Dendi and General rotate in, getting that revenge kill. But some space created.
Yeah. I think it's pretty much on the slug though. This game, they have to get the slug really fat, and he's the only one that's going to be able to fight the Morphling. I think the Tide, to a certain extent, with the 15 talent, the 25% Anchor Smash reduction extra, that one will be good for him with the dagger.
Very good against the Morphling because he is so agi-based, so you do reduce his damage so significantly because of it.
Yeah, but he still dies very easily to Morphling in the team fights. He has to be careful of that.
Navi going to get themselves a very straightforward Roshan. No snipe attempt coming in, even as the Clockwork scouts it out at the last second. It is a level 20 Morphling now. Who can he morph this game? Always something interesting to look at.
He took the allies talent, yeah?
Yeah, you could get the leap bonus from Dendi, but that's like 2-second duration or something. Yeah.
I think the thing you can have is the Firefly, and then you can keep flying around with your Morphling.
Okay.
Would that be useful?
seems okay, not great.
I mean, the other thing is the hex on Shadow Shaman. You hex the slap.
Yeah. Going with the Hex and then try and take a fight. Dendi at top has a BKB. May needs to pop it here to get out. He's trying to hold on to it. Can he leap out? Oh, the hook shot was off the mark. That should have been a kill if they hit that hook shot, I believe, for Peter. Now needs to be careful. Dendi still poking around with the Starstorm here. Saniko getting low as well. Dendi still lurking around here. Here comes Katara trying to finish off the kill. He's going to pounce into the trees and just get himself the hell out of there. Nothing to break the Lincolns to get the lasso fast enough. Meanwhile, Razor did go down and Crystallize going to find a follow-up. Gets the Tide as well. Double kill for him. Morphling continuing to get out of control. All they lose, Shadow Shaman.
Things are not looking good right now for them.
Oh,
They sort of had like a few good picks with the Slug earlier, but now the gap between the Slug and the Morphling has been pulled wide open. And on top of that, he still has the Aegis. I think he needs like, what, 2 more items? Skadi and maybe like a Basher or slash BKB.
At some point, Morphling might just get a Butterfly and then he's going to need like an MKB as well. That's the thing. If Morphling is ahead in farm, he can itemize to beat the Slack. You get the Butterfly, and then at that point it gets very difficult for Slack to even steal Morphling's stats. See if that's going to be some kind of a consideration here. Crystallize gets an Illusion rune. Very good rune to have on the Morphling. Push out a lane with this. He's going to send those illusions bottom lane, it looks like, to push out. While he looks to force a fight mid with his Aegis. Slack, he's going to constantly look to try and catch those backline. Smoked up here, but it was just the Witch Doctor smoked for now. Maybe looking to get down some wards. We'll see if the play is going to be Crystallize at mid, gets a free T2 tower, and Slack is just elsewhere on the map. He doesn't even want to fight into this.
He has his Skadi done. 1 more item in the Morphling now.
Yeah.
Razor...
1 more on the Morph and 1 less on the Slack, it feels like.
Razor has not... He's trying to build a BKB, but he doesn't have any armor items, so the Morphling kills him very fast.
Lane, uh-oh, Tide Hunter's been gone, huh? Can they bring him down? Maybe with the Morphling burst damage they can, but it looks like Tide, very tough nut to crack with that Kraken Shell. And now Navi onto the high ground they go. Serpent Wards are down. Crystallize in the front lines here with all his agi. He's going to wave forward through, look to burst down the Tide. Doesn't quite succeed in doing so. Instead, may just have to focus down the Raxi with Aegis still in hand. They can still look to do this. Navi not being put off by this. The arrow does land, catches the Witch Doctor. Should be a kill here. A bit more burst damage will be needed here. They do manage to burst him down the adaptive strike. Morphling waves in, look for more kills. Has the Ethereal Blade against him. Gets Ravaged. Somewhat solo here. The rest of Navi not getting caught in that one, and Crystallize is just not a good target to go for because of this. He's going to take the Static Link here. Gets himself out of there for a little bit. Manages to steal a little bit of damage there. Gets plus 63 damage back in the middle lane. It's Kataru caught out. Slack goes down for 70. He's got a buyback, but the fact he may have to use it is absolutely going to be crippling for him and his item progressions. And this could just be the end as Navi have taken the mid lane. Way forward through with the Ethereal Blade. Not going to finish off the Razor. Does get him very low. Navi take the full set now, getting the range racks as well. Will retreat. Still with Aegis in hand. Only for another 50 seconds, but let's really need a pick off here. They've got the hook shot. They're going to get the Batrider, but he's got Firefly up and should just be able to fly on out. Manages to get glimmered up as well, and it does look like Infamous are not going to get any kills on the exit.
How la, Parker, this Morphling, how?
How to beat him. He's got the Butterfly queued up. I mean, at this point, Slack is not even going for the Morphling. I don't think he can. He really just has to go for the backlines. But problem is, his teammates can't get past the Morphling. So he goes for the backlines, he's in a 1v4 scenario. That's kind of how he ends up dying there. There was 3 or 4 Navi heroes dealing with him. They had a Lasso, they have a Night Stalker.
The Shadow Shaman has Ghost Scepter. Night Stalker is very tanky. I don't even think he can kill the supports now.
And if he gets hexed, well, he's done for. He can't rely on the Dark Pact to get out of this hex, so that is a big, big problem for Infamous and Katara specifically on the slot. Oh. It is a 17k plus gold lead for Navi. Kapita is scouted out by an Observer. They are gunning for him here, General. Blink Dagger up. Like a Glimmer Cape on the Batrider. That's a conventional pickup, but something he's trying to use to help himself out against that Slack, I imagine.
Yeah. You can't really force out of the pounce, so Glimmer yields. BKB is very expensive.
Yep. Crystallize, shotgun, not gonna get the kill on Schofield. Surf wants to get dropped now. Navi they can just siege this, but they have not got the Aegis, so they need to be a little bit careful about approaching this one with Crystallize in the front lines. And do what damage he can onto the Slack, as Tide in the front lines out of mana does have Ravage back up. And if the Magic Wand charges as well here, the Slack trying to build up those stacks. He gets lassoed here in the BKB, so he can still survive his way through this one. They can't bring him down. And he has got an ultimate still to play around, but the problem is the Razor's gone down. Crystallize in the front lines, getting low here. The Ravage going to catch him as well. He is going to start getting those Essence Shift charge up. Kataro, though, unfortunately for him, only gets 10. And with the ultimate down, he can't really chase any further. Na'Vi not going to take any casualties, and while they don't get a lane of Rax, they get the tier 3 tower, they fall back, they can kind of lick their wounds, take a shrine, and come back once they have their spells back up, as well as their next round of items. Crystallized Butterfly just about to be completed.
I mean, if they want to be 100% safe, wait for the next Roshan. It's going to be up soon. Control the map with the gem. Just make sure that Infamous can't really go up and leave their base. And just secure the Rosh and high ground again with the cheese.
Taro takes a DD room, but Dendi saw him do it, so unlikely to find any kills off of this one. So we'll scout Dendi here. Katara, is he actually going to go for this one? Thinking about it. Gets Dendi. Dendi, you can't leap out, my friend. He hasn't got a BKB as well. Oh, Dendi, that's a big mistake. He even saw the DD room getting picked up. He was out of frustration through those leaps, probably realizing that that was his blunder. If he has a BKB, he can get out there, but it was on cooldown.
Yeah, and he has the plus 3 seconds pounce leash. Very good against Mirana.
Oh
it's
yeah,
like 6 seconds disable. I mean, not like a disable, but
lockdown, I guess.
Yeah.
Keeps him in place.
Root, okay?
Yeah, I mean, they can use items, they can use spells, and potentially, well, can use some spells. You can't use Leap to get out. And still use Leap to get the attack speed, though, so that's at least a small benefit for the Mirana. Ideally, you're using it to escape. Where 2 next for Kataro. He got some essence shift off of that, so he may be looking to fight. Losing a bit of it from that last fight, it looks like, though, so quite as hopeful as he'd like. And as for Na'Vi, they're going to be waiting for Dendi to respawn. They're going to be waiting for the Roshan, as you kind of mentioned as well, I believe. Also waiting for nighttime. That's the other big thing, where they get a whole lot stronger. They've got a smoke, and I imagine Roger, with darkness up, could be considering popping this one here in the lane. Fight into Infamous. Good hero to break the smoke, the Slack, though, if he can be quick on his fingers to pop the Shadow Dance. Crystallize is going to go high ground at bottom by himself. Oh, meanwhile, mid, they've caught the Slack. He did not get the ultimate off, and they bring him down. They get him in the lasso, managing to break the Lincolns. That is a big, big kill for Na'Vi. They now look to break the high ground at bottom. The Slack has to buy back. They're going to drop the Serpent ones here to try and push underneath it. Nightstalker stuck in place here inside the cogs. He can't get out. With the Death Ward being popped as well, they're going to lose the Nightstalker. The Tide throws out the Ravage here, doing some good damage here. Morphling in the front lines needs to be careful. He's going to wave out defensively. The chase is on. They want Sanika, but he's going to ghost TP, and there's nothing to cancel that one. On the retreats, Crystallize even manages to get a kill. Infamous have bought back the Slack. They really want to get more out of this, and Crystallize is going to hold his ground fight. He wants Infamous's guitar, and he'll get him. He kills the Slack. It's a dieback. Crystallize is just unkillable here, it feels like. And still got his ultimate if he wants to try and find a way to use it. Turns into Pepita. Here's the Static Link. Steals the form. Throws the Plasma Field and everything. Doesn't manage to steal any damage, though, it looks like, as Razor battling it out. These two tanky heroes going to be lost by the Razor. It's 5 dead. It's GG. Crystallize carrying this game for Na'Vi. And that's some Morphling Dota for you, Winter.
Wow, thanks. Thanks, man. I'm just sad about the slug.
That was a Morphling game.
This is supposed to be a good slug game, but slug is ha ha.
Slug is not a hero that is particularly strong in competitive Dota right now. I think it's fair to say.
You know, I think what he needs maybe some stats buff. Like he needs to be a little bit stronger at the start of the game. Like he's, I mean,
Yeah, he gets